Hey everybody, this is MC Envy. I just want to take some time to show my respect to this young man named Tyre. Uh, it's just incredible. As a black man, I grew up in East New York, Brooklyn, back in 1982. We was also going through this gang activity with these cops, especially with the 75th precinct. But that was back in 1982. Here we are in 2023, and I can't even go over how many incidents have still been portrayed on young black men and just devastation to their families. Now, my condolences and shout out to the family. You know, there's not much more I can say. Just take a look at the clip, and things need to change. But much respect to this man's family, and the world needs to change. All right, just wanted to take that time to say, from Kev, MCMV, much respect.
This is News Uncuffed. Memphis Police Chief Sarah Lynn Davis, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, she made a statement on Good Morning America that she was confused about the whole initiation and purpose of the traffic stop that led to the death of Tyre Nichols. Now, you're going to listen to this, and after this, it's going to be important that you hear me for the solutions and what is going to be said in response to this statement by the police chief.
Yeah, when I say confused, just in the level of aggression and response to what had occurred in this traffic stop, and it's still very unclear, as to the real reason for the stop in the first place.
With all due respect, let's just get right to it. Now, I'm the world's top cop, and I'm talking and I'm going to question. This is a chief that represents all other chiefs across the country. Number one, the question is, why would you make statements about something you're confused about and don't have all the facts and investigations before you begin speaking against police officers? That has never been done. Why is it being done now? Because these officers are black. Number two, why would you say you're confused when in fact, as a chief, you should never be confused about your officers and the actions that they make under your leadership? This is a representation. Y'all need to pay attention to this. Number three, if you are confused and don't know what's going on with your police officers at your police department, this now begins to ask another important question. This is not, or is this the first time that this unit or these officers committed such violations on traffic stops of human rights of people before in Memphis police department under your leadership? How many other traffic stops were committed in violation of people's rights and against their rights? And it's not the first time. Now, are you also confused at the fact at who did the tasering of Tyre Nichols that led up to the abuse and the death of Mr. Nichols by the one who pulled the taser trigger, who was a white police officer? Now, the other question, why isn't this police officer being investigated and charged in addition to the black police officers who are charged and fired? Why isn't he? And why isn't he not being questioned? And if he is, why hasn't that been known and brought to the public, as you have spoken against the other officers who did their wicked acts that led to the death of Mr. Nichols? So the solution to the problem that will not come from the Memphis Police Department or any other police department from any other chief, it's with CPIIA, Citizens and Police Immediate Interactive Assistance. This is my purpose and my mission, and with CPIIA, Mr. Nichols would have been alive. With CPIIA, many other black males, black women, black children would have been alive if they would have had CPIIA. CPIIA is in the works right now to take immediate action and change the narrative and save lives in every city and every community across America now, not waiting on something like this to continue to happen. And it will happen again. And the only way to stop this is with CPII.